From the makers of Relevant Magazine, it's the Relevant Podcast, and we're live.
It's Tuesday, February 12th, 2019, and it's the Relevant Podcast live. I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and here with me in our Orlando studio on the ones and twos, our illustrious engineer, my brother, Chandler Strang.
Hello.
Over there, who crawled under his desk because we are 21 minutes late for the live feed in a puddle of sweat.
He's the best.
Clark Flippo. No, I'm just saying he's stressed out right now.
He's stressed.
There's a
and
lot
he's
of
the
moving
best.
parts with this thing, and
a lot of moving technical snafus. This is take two. If you didn't catch our,
You know what? It's probably a benefit because I'll say this. I'll give a behind the scenes curtain. During take one, we to kill time while we were trying to determine if the tech was working. I plotted two Lifetime movies that star Annie as a rodeo queen who solves mysteries involving horse murderers. Trust me, this show will be better.
That was a waste of time.
over there on the Skype line from Loverland, Virginia, that's Jesse Carey.
Hello.
On the Skype line from Gatorland, Florida, Big Cat Eddie Koffeltz, the birthday boy, is back.
Yes. Make the Relevant Podcast great again. Thank you.
And up there from Nashville, Tennessee, author, speaker, podcaster, cowgirl extraordinaire, back in the saddle today because she's been sick for the last couple of days, Annie F. Downs.
Good morning, gents. Glad to be here.
And Jesse, before you really get going on this, I want to just preface it by saying, normally when Jesse comes up with an idea, I think it is not good. This, however, I have fully greenlit and have done a second mortgage on the house in order to produce it. Jesse Carey, let's hear it.
Are you talking about my Lifetime movie?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, one.
It was the best thing you've ever said.
Okay, I'll say this. There's two Lifetime movies. I'm only going to give you what because Cameron announced it is Cowgirl Extraordinaire Back in the Saddle, and I suggested that is the second part of a Lifetime film in which Annie is a world-renowned rodeo queen who falls in love with a lowly ranch hand and also has a love triangle with a rodeo cowboy who all three of them together go to solve the murder, and you find out the murder in the last act is the world's finest thoroughbred. Here's the twist. The horse died of natural causes. It wasn't that big a deal. It was he was a very old horse, and horses
the clown's
die.
green eyes remind me of home, don't they?
Horses get weird horse diseases.
Oh my
sometimes.
gosh.
Yeah.
And every time she feeds the dog, she remembers her horse because they eat horse.
Either way.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Wow, they do?
We can edit it out. No one will see that
Yeah,
on
that's
Facebook.
fine. We just edit all this out.
Annie can never use glue again. She's so traumatized by the offense that took.
She only uses
right.
staples.
That was a better joke.
For the rest of her life, staples and nails only. No glue.
That's right. That's right. No glue.
That's right.
Every time she passes like Elmer's glue in like the store, she just
can't even
a
look.
single tear falls down.
Just one from my days as a rodeo queen.
Oh, this has started as expected.
Happy
Keep going.
birthday, Eddie.
Thank you.
What is this? The big 2-6?
This is the big 2-6. I am 39 today, and real talk, I have never been so weirded out by a birthday as I have been this one.
Really? Why?
It never affects me, but this one I have been. I just.
What are the feelings? Keep going.
The stakes are very high because
I walked into a thing where I have to talk about myself and I don't want to do it. But go ahead, Jesse, what were you going to
is
say?
it about 39? Wait, what is it about 39?
because the stakes are very high. We all know that 40 is the beginning of the end. And from there, you start a slow carriage ride towards inevitable death. And
So you're saying he's at the top of the
is
hill
your
right
last
now.
chance, to live, Eddie.
He's where he
seems
is
like
at in his life is
extreme.
he has been waiting in the stair line for the big water slide, and he's right now at the very top with the little lifeguard guy waiting for the green light. His feet are in the water at the top of the slide. He's holding on to the pole.
Yeah.
That's
And a
39.
lifeguard says, I have one rule. Don't go head first. And you go, sure, gotcha. And you do a flip over at the last second and you fly down that thing head first. The spinal injury was worth it because what a thrill. You were turning 40 anyway. If there's a year to suffer a catastrophic spine injury, it is now, my friend. It is now.
Was
Live.
29 weird for you as well, Eddie? Is it the turning of the first digit, the tens digit?
Not at all.
No.
It was totally fine. It was not a thing. I thought it was going to be a deal. I think it's a little bit like I've always thought of like my 30s was this decade where I set the tone for what I'm going to do for like a good portion of the rest of my life. And 40 is when you kind of start to, I feel like lead and do the thing you're going to do. And I'm like real in my head. I'm like, have I got? I hate talking about myself.
No,
this is the worst birthday present.
I mean, this sounds not as cool as something involving a potential spinal
this is
injury.
All any of us got you, so you need to go ahead and talk about yourself because this is the only gift.
I got you a neck brace. That was your. Trust me, Eddie. You're gonna need it this year. That's mine.
Yeah.
Your bone, your osteoporosis is setting in. You're gonna need this.
I think about a lot. Like, am I where I hope to be in the entirety of my life before launching into what will be this next decade where I lean in and do the work? Oh gosh. So anyhow, I think I'm going to be fine.
Yeah,
it's going to be okay, you guys. Thanks for caring.
Being a 4 is a real pain on birthdays, eh? It's a real thing.
Being a 4 is a real pain just waking up and then all the way till going back to bed. It is a lot of in my head time.
I'll just never forget a couple of last year maybe when you broke your hand because you punched the ground. I was like, I've never understood Eddie better than when he was in his head so long he punched the ground. So
1 year anniversary of that. It was actually February 13th, and I
the
broke
day
my
after
little
your birthday. This story goes.
What are you
deeper.
going to punch this year?
The day after your birthday is when you punch the ground.
Yeah, it was, Annie.
I feel like, Cameron, don't you feel like every year from here on, Eddie has to find something else or someone else to punch on his birthday?
It's an
annual tradition.
Flop sweating through this shirt. I am so uncomfortable. I am
birthday and then punch day. Literally, it's like
it's like Boxing Day after Christmas.
Right.
Jesus' birthday, Boxing Day. Eddie's birthday, punching day.
Nice one. Yep. Tomorrow's the big day. So
I mean, Easter, then Valentine's Day.
Easter.
Eddie's birthday,
that's right.
Punching day, Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That's a good trifecta right there.
Yeah, that's a great week for you. Eddie.
It's sorrow, anger, and love. But I mean, it's like a whole spectrum of 3 days.
That's not the whole spectrum of emotions, but that makes sense coming from you, Cameron.
It's the full spectrum of Cameron's emotions. Here are the things I feel.
That was the 20 minutes until we started the second live broadcast. Right there. Sorrow, anger, and love.
Mr. Cranky Pants. I'm not going to get into it, but holy smokes, there was some tension. Everybody. You know who wasn't feeling tense? Jesse Carey. I don't even think he knows we're on the air right now.
What's happening right now? Where are we? I don't even know where I am. Someone wheeled me in front of this computer.
Hey, we have a great show in store for you in the next hour. Coming up later, Young the Giant joins us, one of our favorite bands. And also we have Slices, and then we have a very special listener interaction segment. You guys, I'm watching all the Facebook comments going live right now. Justin Smith loves Eddie's bongo printer, by the way. Jerry Almonte wants to know who punches the ground. People are talking about 4s, their psyches. It's a whole thing going on right now. Join in the Facebook comments. 99% of them are them talking to each other.
Which is great.
And
that's the best thing. We want our listeners to be friends with each other.
That's like texting in a movie theater. Pay attention, everyone. Pay attention. I'm speaking right now.
You're wrong.
It's
the highest compliment we could ever have is when people who listen to this podcast are friends with each other. That is the highest compliment.
You know what I'm hoping? It's the week of Valentine's Day. It's the week of love. I'm hoping a couple single people find each other in the comments here on the Facebook stream.
How great would that be? We need. I would attend.
Hey, if you're on the Facebook stream right now and you're single, raise your hand. Go ahead and just let it be known. And then there you go. You're welcome.
If there is a love connection, we can promise you that we will all attend. If it is in a location we want to go to, you are paying for all of it and also giving us lots and lots of money individually on the side. We promise you we will be there.
I would also like to say that we have a special guest watching the show. Brienne Koffoltz is watching. So
all right.
Hello to Brienne.
Is she supposed to be studying right now?
She's very good at managing her own time, but
she's frantically running out trying to find Eddie a birthday present. She started listening to the pod. She was like, "Wait, today's Eddie's birthday?"
She's getting everything set up for that surprise party tonight.
Any single guys? There's actually girls raising their hand in our feed right now. So go ahead and say hello, introduce yourself. and
Mandy
get
Myers,
chatting.
Mike Henderson, and Mandy Myers. Wow.
Hey, look at that, Mike and Mandy. I like it. Sounds like a sitcom.
You guys seem great together just because names.
Yeah.
Just
the
because
names
you
are
both
both
raked
names.
I'm all for alliteration in couples. I'm all about that. You know.
Hey, so I wanted to tell everybody a little bit of an evolution or a format evolution that we're doing for the Tuesday show. So, if you've listened to the podcast for years, we do our stuff and then we have a guest join us. Well, on the Tuesday shows, what we're going to be doing moving forward is the guest or the interview segment will be drawn from the current issue of Relevant. The Friday show will be an original podcast conversation. But the Tuesday show, what we're going to do is bring you different experiences of the different pieces. So, like Young the Giant today is one of the bands profiled in the current issue of Relevant. So we're going to bring you part of that conversation. Sometimes we have think pieces or hot button issues. We'll bring on experts to talk about those issues. So it's going to be a little bit more of a different thing than just we're going to hit play on a 6-minute interview clip. We're going to, maybe the author of the piece will come on and talk about the thing. And then we'll maybe play a couple sound bites or something. So it'll be different every week, but basically over the course of an 8-week issue cycle, we'll have 8 different experiences from the current issue of Relevant on the Tuesday show. So that's kind of our plan for Tuesday. And then Friday is the traditional kind of podcast interviews that you already know. So anyway, that's something we're going to try.
Right. And to that end, we are this week from the magazine premiering a piece of short fiction that Jesse and I worked on together.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's about
Back in the Saddle.
It is about
wow.
a horse murder, a horrific horse murder. And I can't wait for people to read it. It was a real risk to publish that and make it the cover. But desperate times called for desperate measures. And I'm proud of how it came out. Christian bookstores have dropped the magazine because of it, because there are some salacious scenes that I refuse to apologize for. I refuse. Hey, the Bible's rated R too, if you were to make a movie of it. And so is my horse murder story.
Our live feed comments have turned into a 2019 speed dating session. It is fascinating to watch.
People are just really raising their hands. I would encourage you to just slide into each other's DMs and see how that works. Isn't that what people do?
It just sounds dirty when you say it like that. Oh man,
you said it in the creepiest way possible. You're right on. Eddie, you should know this by now. Anyone after the age of 40, if you use the phrase "slide into your DMs," you can be arrested. Like
you're a
Chris Hansen from Dateline just strolls into your house and a SWAT team descends out of the bushes and takes you away. A 40-year-old said, "Slide into DMs, get him, boys." Yeah, what were your plans here?
Knock on the front door. Excuse me, sir.
No, it's Chris Hansen. Oh, great. Here we go. Take me away. I said it. Chris, take me away.
Hey, Chandler, can you do, I don't have a window to see Clark. Can you do a check? Is Clark doing better?
Are you okay? How you feeling? He's thumbs up. Give him the thumbs up.
Well, I think because Clark realized it's his last day, and he's finally taken the leap into his own self-published short story book that he's been waiting to write, and he's out of here.
I was so nervous about my horse murder story that I gave Clark the byline without his knowledge, and so if he still's got a job after that got published, I think he's safe for today.
Right.
I will tell you, Clark makes a great first impression because I met Clark when I was in Orlando for 10 seconds. He was introduced. I'm not even certain that I knew he was working at Relevant, and he was wearing, it was like a t-shirt that either had like a lot of bears on it or a lot of wolves or something like that. And I thought, that is a man that knows how to make a first impression.
That's right.
So that's in my head. That's what Clark is always wearing.
He's
oh my
good.
goodness.
We all
Eddie,
bounce back.
Do you see the comment? Ronaldo Guevara, he says, "Hello, ladies." And he put a link, www.rayguevara.com/single.
Oh, wow.
He has his own single page on his website.
I like it.
Hey, and I got to tell you, ladies, just who are listening and who have raised your hand, you need to not click that link. The malware that's going to be installed on your computer.
No, you know what? Right now, Chris Hansen is sitting in a van somewhere with like a team of surveillance guys, and they set up that link right now. They're like, "Is anyone click Ray? We'll go right. They're waiting to scoop in. They have a guy in shrubs outside of Ray's house, and he's wearing like one of those nets with leaves all over it, just waiting to tackle the guy as he leaves the house with like Mike's Hard Lemonade. We know what your intentions were.
It is bizarre. Well, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, let's not go into it.
Okay,
Let's
hold
not go into
on.
catch-
I'm clicking on it right now. So if my feed gets choppy, it's because I'm opening it up and it is asking me 38 windows just popped up saying, oh, look at this.
Van
Ray
just-
has his own website. The title of it says single and seeking to mingle.
Hey,
my
shoot your shot,
name is
Ray.
Now Ray
I
is
just-
actually
listen,
just
I
a
just-
sweet man.
I just
Ray
clicked
just
the
says
link.
it's a Squarespace site. So there you go. You probably use the relevant
I
code to get
listen,
10%
I
off.
just clicked a link and a van pulled up, and I don't think they know they're not like two-way windows. I can see Chris Hansen looking right at my house with binoculars.
I'm going to focus on this for the rest of the show, so you guys can keep going. But there's a picture of him. He's a handsome fella. It says, "My name is Ray, and you are pretty cute." Which I don't think he thought I was going to be reading this, but I still like the compliment.
But it is your birthday, Eddie. Happy birthday.
Ray is like, this isn't just shooting a shot. You know what I mean? This is the green light. You know what I'm saying? This is him shooting every shot, and I like it, Ray. I like the style, man.
Ray, you posted the
respect
link, and I got to keep talking about what I'm seeing here. So Ray talks about himself. My name is Ray. I'm a 27-year-old Rush fan and firearms salesman from San Antonio. Great.
I like it.
Everything lines up with Ray so far.
Eddie, Justin Smith says Ronaldo is definitely wanted for horse murder.
Yeah, 100%. Ray likes adventure, and there's a picture of him liking an adventure, and it's him laying in a sleeping bag in the middle of the daytime, in the middle of a field. He's Catholic. I'm not Kirk Cameron, he says. Don't trip. I drink lots of beer and cuss when I watch the Longhorns play. I'm telling you, Ray
I like
is...
Ray. I'm liking Ray
So
more and more.
Texas.
And in Ray's fairness, horse murder is not even a crime in a lot of countries. So, you know, it's not even that big a deal. We can all see past it. So...
Yeah.
But hey, if people are listening to an audio show right now, if you've downloaded it after live, this is all the more incentives to come to our Facebook page. Cameron, you don't mind if I do a plug here, do you? For our audio listeners, Facebook.com/relevant. Like the page. Not only are you going to get a lot of great content every day, you'll know when we're going live at about 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. So.
Somewhere between 10 and 10:21 a.m. Every Tuesday. Hey,
I'm sorry, Cameron. I know you have a podcast to run here, but I will tell you that Ray in 2017 started a podcast, and it was called Ray Loves Women Podcast.
Oh, wow.
That was the show that he started. In 2018, he began another one called the Permanent Waves Podcast, which seems a lot less terrifying. But I guess it's about the band Rush. So I will be on the Permanent Waves Podcast next week, and I'll report in to let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
So
thoughts on Neil Peart? How many more pieces can he fit in that drum kit? Discussion begins.
Ray, you have won the podcast today. Well done.
Yeah.
Ray
You
Loves
did it. You
Women
did it.
podcast.
I love how I really like a lot of people are wondering why Chandler hasn't raised his hand about being single.
Yeah, why are
and
you in the
what-
chat,
And
homie?
why won't he? You know?
Because I'm not on Facebook.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
boy.
Whatever. Too cool.
Okay.
Too cool.
All right, Supreme.
Mr. Too cool for school.
Oh, I'm not on Facebook. Oh, it's fine. We weren't going to. Okay.
All right. Well, moving the show
I'm just letting y'all
along.
do this. I'm just letting y'all drive this train into the ground. Let's go. Poor
You
Ray.
really are kind
too
of a
late for that.
conscientious objector to this entire segment,
I
aren't you?
am. I am.
You're, like my respect for people is too high. I'm going to be out.
All right. Well, moving the show along. It's time for slices.
All right.
Oh, the jingle was already. There it is.
It was. But
There it is. There it is.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I said that was my fault. That was not Clark or Chandler. Let it be known that was the Jess man's fault. He stepped all over it. You know, I stepped all over the jingle.
Okay. Here it is. It's
okay.
time for slices. What do you have, Jesse?
All right, I know we're already running late, but both of these are related. One is it's kind of funny. One is kind of serious. It's a very quick twofer. Both the studies about millennials. So, a recent study found that millennials, you know, about 88% can identify most of the common emojis, which isn't that hard because they're pretty intuitive. Like we know what those face symbols mean. They can
Yeah, I'm
identify.
like, well, that's a broccoli. What else do you think it is?
Well, like they know that an emoji is a way you exchange
don't ask.
messages on a phone. They know what they all stand for because they're in front of their phones every single day. But a lot of millennials and Gen Zers, who are also part of the study, are also behind the wheel of a car every single day. And they saw a symbol. I'm going to describe the symbol to you guys, and I want to ask if you guys can identify it. It's yellow. It looks basically like a horseshoe with tire tread on the bottom of the horseshoe and an exclamation point in the middle. That is on every dashboard and every car in the world. Can either
Flat tire, right?
Yeah, flat tire. Yeah.
It's the tire pressure symbol, which means your tire pressure was low. Only 49% could guess that was what that symbol is for, even though they see it every single day, though they have no problems identifying the symbol for Wi-Fi, identifying the symbols for emojis. So it's a little bit surprising because they're behind the wheel of the car every single day. One, I think the symbol is terrible. It makes no sense. Like, it's just like, it doesn't indicate in any way that that's a tire. I feel like if symbols that are in dashboards use like emojis, if it was a cartoon picture of a tire that was losing air, we would all know what it is. So I feel like it's kind of the fault of the symbol, not necessarily millennials. But on a more serious note, I know we started off the show with horse murderers and some vaguely inappropriate To Catch a Predator references. So I thought I'd bring a little bit of substance here. A new study by millennials.
Ray's doing the best he can. Don't dog on him. Yeah. He's doing the best he can.
So a new study also, this one's from the Barna Group, that looked at millennials, Christian millennials in particular. And they asked them questions like, the best thing that could ever happen to someone is for them to know Jesus. And they responded that, when someone comes to faith in Christ, their life gets dramatically better. Christian millennials almost universally agreed with those statements. But when they were asked, is it wrong to share one's personal belief with someone of a different faiths in hope that they will one day share the same faith, 47% said that they agree that is wrong to do. So the basic
to do verbally, verbally
say it again.
Is what you mean.
So 47.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
47% believe it is wrong to tell someone about their own faith. So tell someone of another faith about their faith.
That's key. Yeah.
With the goal of converting them. So basically, depending on how you frame it, either it was like proselytizing or evangelizing.
It was the millennials that are like adhering like strong Christians. I mean, they're like saying like they're passionate about their faith, they're strong in their faith and whatever. It was that crowd. So it wasn't the marginal millennial Christians or like, I grew up in a Christian household. It was like in church every Sunday, passionate about the Lord. 47% said they felt it was wrong to try to convert somebody from another faith to their own.
Yeah, I found that pretty shocking. And, there wasn't like a lot of immediate evidence about why. I think Barna's doing some additional David Kinnaman made some interesting comments about, why it's so important to kind of dispel myths about evangelism. But I do think it's interesting, especially kind of in the era of sensitivity and political correctness that we're in. Like, I think it's important to be sensitive to people of other faiths. And it's certainly important to have an appropriate perspective about sharing your faith, because on one side of the spectrum is someone with a bullhorn sitting outside of like a mosque or something and just shouting Bible verses, on the other side is actually being in relationship with people of another faith and finding opportunities to talk about why you believe what you believe, but also listening to why they believe what they believe. Because I feel like when evangelism becomes one-sided, I don't feel like it necessarily becomes automatically problematic, but it certainly becomes ineffective.
But I think what you're talking about, I don't think 47% would object to that, because that's a conversation. I think the component that probably got the 47% to say no, it was with the goal of converting them to your own faith. Yeah. And that they don't want to have the thing of like, bait and switch or manipulation or something like that, or be perceived as, I have an agenda. They're more like wanting to do what you're saying. They probably have no problem talking about their faith or why they believe what they believe and wanting to understand somebody else. They just don't then say, but you're wrong. Here's why you should come believe my way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's somewhat, and there's this kind of a tightrope here. And also Facebook is going to turn into very Facebooky here in a second. I can just feel it. I'm not reading anymore. But like, I think there is also kind of a broader acceptance, and maybe this is right or wrong, but that like maybe there are different roads. Like maybe people of different faiths are looking at different parts of the same elephant, Yeah. And I'm not saying I agree or disagree with that, but that seems to be more of a pervasive, like mainstream thought is like
different religions, Eddie?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's been certainly a lot more I feel like I've heard people saying that a lot more, that possibly there's multiple roads. I'm not saying I disagree or agree, but I'm saying like I feel like I used to never hear that. It used to be like like, even if someone believed that, it was like shunned. Now I feel like I hear on like podcasts and people talking about like, well, what if all these people like don't go to hell? And what if there is more than one way? And what if God is bigger than just this singular expression of religion? And I'm, you know, I feel like that used to be like taboo to talk about. And I feel like I hear it a lot. So that's a way to stop the podcast.
Well, but I do feel like it. But I feel it reminds you, like, there's a Billy Graham quote that, you know, arguably the world's most famous evangelist, you know, where he said, it's the Holy Spirit's job to convict. It's God's job. It's God's job to judge, and it's my job to love. Like, you know, he even looked at it like, listen, you don't have to hold someone's hand across like the proverbial finish line of conversion. You know, it's like, let God do his part too, and let the Holy Spirit do his job. But it's just the shift in that the answer to that question was dramatic when compared to like Gen X, boomers, and what they call elders. Like, almost, you know, it was only like 20% of all of those generations saw anything problematic about talking to someone about their faith with the goal of converting them. So this is a relatively recent phenomenon here.
Yep.
I'd love to see what Ray has to say about it.
Yeah.
I think we just need to. I think that the way Barna phrased that question makes me want to ask more questions to those people versus just going like, "Oh, okay," because you go, "Yeah," like there isn't a lot of training anymore around like knock on someone's door and tell them who Jesus is because they do not know.
You have not been watching Ray Comfort videos, then, Annie. No. And shame on you.
But I do think it's really, I think probably what I see in my friends and what I see in millennials that I'm around is that there is a lot more conversation about faith going on versus proselytizing and trying to, there's a lot of conversation about faith. And I really do think that it's important that our friends know that Jesus is the right answer, right? Yeah. Not just for some eternal ticket, but for the peace that can happen right now. And so to not ever talk about it is for your friends to miss out on a better experience they could be having right now. Right.
Yeah. I was talking to a guy the other day and he said, listen, I am in a very low spot.
You had your second.
I've been implicated in several horse murders, and who can ever love me again? And I said,
I would have bet $1,000 he was going to figure out a horse.
Yeah. Oh, I knew. I mean, there was no question of whether we were going to have a serious conversation about Jesus being the way, the truth, and the life. But I just thought I'd try once.
That's what the If Gathering is for, Annie. You go give that talk at the If Gathering.
No, I just thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting. Study about millennials. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. And kind of the shift, especially because it's so different statistically than previous generations. Like, it's dramatic. Yeah, it's like double. Yeah. It's more than double the number of any other generation ever recorded.
That really is crazy. All right. What do you have, Annie?
Annie. Oh, that was a surprise. I thought you were going to go to Eddie.
Well, hold on. Do you feel like you have the peak one? Should we end on you? Are you the high note?
Did you say the peep one? Because no, I brought that one a few weeks ago, and I'm still very hopeful.
I feel like this is a good transition.
This is the question I have for you, Annie. Being self-aware, is this slice you're about to bring a peep slice or a peak slice? Is it like where is it
from an objective observer, having knowing what both of them are, and knowing how hot true crime is right now in the podcasting world? I say we go to Annie last.
Oh wow! Okay. All right, it's birthday boy time.
True crime tale.
What do you have, Eddie?
I've got a very, very timely slice, and it is just purely about some numbers relating to Valentine's Day. Would you guess that more or less people celebrate Valentine's Day now than they used to?
Sure.
I would say less because people are...
Yes, I think more people probably know it exists.
Okay, that was a terrible question.
Well, are you saying
and
globally?
I deserve the answers.
Globally, you're saying?
What's that?
Are you saying globally?
Yeah, no, just in Gainesville. I don't want to do this question anymore. Let's move on. In a recent survey, 51% of people said that they plan to celebrate the holiday. That's down 4% from last year. So less people are celebrating Valentine's Day this year.
That's shockingly low to me. I would have put it at like 75.
I know. So like basically less than half of people are even going to do any kind of celebration on Valentine's Day.
The other 50 are doing door-to-door evangelism. It's incredible. It's incredible this year. They go door-to-door, they give someone a Valentine's Day, and it's a chick track in there. It's demonstrating why they're probably going to hell.
A
And
chick
it's
track?
a powerful, Jack chick.
It's got those little candy hearts that just says like Jesus.
Jesus,
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my gosh, that's the only ones that exist this year.
Yeah.
Little testaments. So listen, Americans, though, while the celebration of the holiday is down, the amount spent on it is up. They'll spend $20.7 billion on Valentine's Day this year.
No way.
That's up 6% from last year. To be clear, that's $20.7 billion. Let's talk about some of the just Americans. National Retail Federation estimates that Americans will spend $3.9 billion on jewelry. Okay. $3.5 billion on an evening out. $2.1 billion on clothing, $2 billion on flowers, candy. Here was a weird one. $1.3 billion on gift cards.
Thank you. They probably listened to the podcast last week and realized that
Jesse,
I'm surprised. And it's like, and off the books, $30 billion exchanged in cold, hard love cash. This time of year, I call it love bucks. Hey,
oh my
so
gosh,
love you,
Jesse.
babe. Here's $50. Do literally whatever you want with it. It's better than flowers. You know,
The average person
50 love bucks for you.
The average person is is expected to spend $162, which is a crazy amount.
Okay.
Until you think of like dinner,
Annie.
like if you're doing like dinner,
Let's say that
drinks.
I have a question. I have a real talk question, and not to
I
do too
bet
many
it's
callbacks.
real
And we're
talk.
trying to. He's like, let's say there's a gentleman. You know, you're this rodeo queen and this lowly ranch hand, and he has either bought you
No, he's not a ranch hand.
He's
We know
a
that.
rodeo clown. He offers you for Valentine's Day. He's admitting his love to you, and he has either $162 worth of cards, candy, and flowers, or he gives you $162 in cash. Which one are you going to appreciate more? Give the sensible answer here, Annie.
I mean,
No.
come on.
I got a caveat to it. It's 162 in like candy, flowers, or just $50 in cash.
Oh,
Which do you choose,
saying?
Annie?
I really like flowers, so I would probably
my
go. But I don't
gosh.
need I don't want the candy. Can I have it in flowers, Jesse?
Have you ever had C's
No,
candy?
no. Okay, Cameron, real talk. If a romantic interest of yours were to give you $162 worth of gifts for Valentine's Day, or just give you the cold hard cash, which would you choose?
Jesse, I got to be honest real quick. I'm distracted because the Facebook feed has caught on in the glasses reflection to the fact that Eddie has soft lit himself with a circle ring light.
Yeah. Well, because look how dark
told
the
him.
ring is without it.
We tried to tell him. We tried to
I
tell
said
him.
Eddie.
I know, but like it's so dark without it.
Oh, he hates
like, what am I
it
gonna
so
do?
much. This is the worst.
I gotta be seen. I'm in high
Eddie,
definition.
just
I'm a
pop the
big
lenses
deal.
out of those glasses and tough it out for an
What are
hour.
they saying, Cameron?
Oh, just
They're saying, like,
no. It
does
was,
Eddie have a ring light?
wait, stop. Does Eddie have a ring light? And everybody's now
Yes,
like,
we have to work on our lighting. That's
Hey,
not, that's
ironically, that ring light cost him $162. It was very thoughtful of you, Brian. Thanks for
it's
getting
a very
that.
thoughtful gift. I would appreciate the sentiment of the thoughtful gifts.
Yeah,
like they
yeah,
went
see?
and picked out things that, were for me, not just here's some cash. I forgot.
And here's
That's-
the last
if
step.
you're dating her, you're
Listen.
making some big problems if she
Listen,
talks like
I
that.
just
Here's
found
some
out.
cash.
I just
Who's
found
cash?
out what that symbol means, and I might need 4 new tires because I've been ignoring it for several years. So I'll take the cash, please.
No way.
the final
cash
number-
gifts are just not. Oh, sorry, go Eddie. Sorry,
No, please go ahead.
I don't want a cash gift for Valentine's Day. Amen.
Thank you, Annie.
Yeah.
Yes. Someone's thinking sensibly.
The last number I want to give you off of this is the most crushing, and I'm going to definitely just run us into a brick wall here, but I don't care because it broke my heart. Americans also spend $886 million on their pets during Valentine's Day. Just to put that in perspective, the yearly budget of International Justice Mission is around $75 million, and Americans have spent $886 million on Valentine's Day pets. So
Yeah.
I'd say our perspective on all of this is just really where it should be.
Man, so they could so Americans have the choice of freeing every slave in the entire world, right? In the modern world.
10 times over they could fund
Or-
IGN
And
for your.
that's the hunger stat too, right? If ever that we could end world hunger immediately if everyone gave da-da-da-da.
Or get hilarious red high heels that you can put on the back of your pet chihuahua.
You know,
I'm going to
when you frame
Chihuahua.
it
That
way.
video would be hilarious.
Yeah, when you frame it like that, I totally agree. We got to spend more on our pets.
All right. What do you have, Annie?
Happy
Well,
Valentine's.
listen, this is a crime podcast waiting to happen. Y'all know how much I love those, including Up and Vanish, that is coming with new episodes of season 1. I've been very happy about it. Listen,
Are
Beverly
you
Harper.
paid by them now?
No,
Are they
I'm just saying to
sponsoring
you guys as my friends how very happy I am that he's looping back to keep telling the story.
Go to upandvanish.com/Annie Fadowns now for an exclusive offer.
We never say shut up. I'm sorry. That's so rude. I'm so sorry, Jesse.
So,
You
You're
should hear
live.
when we're not recording the things that Annie says is it is hard to know her.
Man, when I taught school, that was like the one thing we weren't allowed to say in my classroom. So it comes across so I hate it. So
The podcast Up and Vanish has paid Annie
Yeah.
$162
My apologies,
for that
Jesse.
ad.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
telling
not,
you
we're
to
not
shut
in
up.
front of a lot of people right now, so it's no big
Okay.
deal.
So let me tell you about Beverly Harvard. Beverly Harvard is an elderly woman, and she and her husband live together as a husband and wife do in Houston, Texas. And she noticed that her spare keys got disappeared a couple weeks ago to her car.
Okay.
And she just thought she misplaced them. And then she started noticing, Eddie, you're going to love this.
I'm listening.
I believe you. She started noticing changes in her vehicle. Like she'd get in the morning and the seat will have been moved or the mirrors will have been moved. And it was every night. And so she kept saying like, what?
she'd get in the car and wait, that's weird. And she'd like put it back
Yes.
how she likes
Yes.
it.
Yes.
And then the next day, the seats moved again.
Same again. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And it keeps happening. And then finally Friday night, I mean, it's happening for weeks. This article says.
Does she think that maybe her car, she's like accidentally activated some?
Is this an older lady?
Yeah,
Like-
she's older. Yeah.
Okay, so
They've
is
lived
she
in the same
forgetting?
neighborhood for 40 years. So she's at least 60.
Yeah.
So maybe she's like forgetting or something that she's.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But the other thing is she starts tracking her vehicle's mileage and it's
Oh.
changing every night.
Oh, no.
Right.
It's driving itself.
This reminds me of another slice I was going to bring, but it was too creepy
Cargos.
about a college girl finding a guy living in her closet. Did y'all see that story?
I did. Yeah.
It was
I
so
know.
creepy. I don't want to talk about
Annie,
it.
is this a
But-
car ghost? Is this a car ghost? Are you trying to bring ghosts again?
Yeah.
No,
the car
but I
was haunted.
always have a ghost story right in my back pocket
But-
whenever
but
we need it.
Cameron, what happened is one day the car ran down a horse and murdered a horse, and the spirit of that horse is now driving the car.
Right. So,
Ironically, it's a Ford Bronco, and so
Oh,
it's a real twist.
Oh, well done.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you.
Oh,
I'm
man.
glad you did
What a
that.
story.
And then Annie Fadown stars in Horse Car.
First part.
Where she
So
goes,
what's what happened?
she
So
goes
she's-
on
I'm on the
adventures.
edge
She
of my
goes on
seat here,
crime
I'd love to
solving
tell you,
adventures.
what am I supposed to do?
In a Ford Bronco with the ghost
Wait it
of a
out.
murdered thoroughbred.
Wait it out. It's like a
Okay.
2-year-old. Let
I'm
him
sorry,
get
I'm
tuckered
sorry. Go
out.
ahead,
Just
go
let him
ahead.
get
Go,
running.
I'm sorry.
Just let the 2-year-old run around until he's tuckered
sorry.
out, and then
I'm
he'll
sorry.
nap. Yeah, go ahead.
So what ends up happening is for weeks she's tracking this. And finally on Friday night, they arrest a man who has been stealing her car every night and using it with some other guys to be able to steal other cars, like as the getaway car. Like
Smart.
he drives them to the other car. The other guys steal the car. He drives the car back. And every single night. So they finally caught him Friday night, and then he drove the car into a pole, which is so rude. Like, I can't get out, but he drove the car into a pole. And
Did he die?
No,
Oh,
he
yeah,
didn't die.
he's
He's in
gone.
jail. But the
Oh.
car was like, it's a van, and it was like specially fitted for Beverly's husband, who is handicapped, and it's very sad.
You had to
But
take it
he
on a
drove it
sad
into a pole.
turn.
But can you imagine if someone was stealing your car every night
Every
and
night.
returning it?
Yeah.
It's like
That's
the girl with the guy
amazing.
living in her closet.
It's like a Jim Halpert Dwight prank where he like slightly
Yes,
made
yes.
his phone receiver
Right.
1 nickel
Puts a-
heavier every day,
Yeah.
and then
So
removed
because
them
the
all.
phone call to the police, like, hey, I think something weird is happening.
my
because-
seat keeps getting moved.
My car keeps my mileage is going up on my car while I sleep.
I had a buddy who his car got stolen twice. And they found it both times. His car in front of his house got stolen twice. The second time, the thief had stolen but this was back in the day when people had CD books in their cars. You guys,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
all
I
of
had
you guys
those-
had CD books.
I had those stolen
yeah.
out of my car twice.
Yeah.
The 600
REM.
CD.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this one, he got his car stolen. And the second time they found it, his CD book was stolen. but the thief had left behind their CD book. So it was and he's like, and honestly, he had a way better taste in music than me. And it was kind of like me letting someone borrow my car in exchange for upgrading my music collection. It was a net win for him. It was a net win. It just traded CD collection. So,
gosh, I would get so nervous about the gumption of people to be able to steal something and then just bring their own CDs and like that guy stole that lady's car, Annie, and just didn't even think like, okay, at least I'll like scoot the seat back up and kind of move the mirror.
You know what the real sociopath move would have been? He went ahead and reset the presets every night on the radio. He's like, I don't want to listen to old timey gospel. I'll reset the presets here.
I mean, the scary part is at some point he went in the house and took the spare key and just thought, I'll borrow this car every night. And then Beverly and her husband are riding around in the day and they don't know that at night, the Hamburglar is taking your car.
I got to be honest.
Howard, did you have a fish fillet? There's a wrapper in the backseat.
Causes real marital issues. I swear I saw him going to Arby's.
Wouldn't that have been a great crime podcast, though? I would have loved it so much.
Yeah. But I'm kind of like... I think if I was the car owner, I would think it's way more cool that it was used in some sort of Gone in 60 Seconds car theft
Jesse,
ring.
I just found our hero. Listener Michelle Noble said, I've had 3 cars stolen and one I found myself and I stole it back.
Oh, man.
I think Michelle start locking her doors.
But I don't think that it's stealing her own car back. I think it's just getting her stuff.
It depends on the statute. I feel like if legally, if you have readjusted the mirrors, redone the presets, and put a furry thing over the steering wheel, that car now, it's basically an exchange of the title legally. That car belongs to someone else at that point. So it's stealing it back. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to move the show along. That was good. That was a good slices segment. The whole spectrum right there.
Cameron, do you want me to tell the truth about my slice? I will.
Timely. We got some crime. We got some troubling generational stats about faith. It's great. Good stuff. All right. Stay tuned. Up next, Young the Giant joins us. Well, this week's live podcast is brought to you by Blinkist. It's a new year, and I think we're all trying to better ourselves, right? Grow, read more, find margin. Well, sometimes it can be really hard when we're overwhelmed with work and other aspects of life. Well, there's an app I highly recommend which might help you be more mindful every day. It's called Blinkist. Blinkist is the only app that takes the best key takeaways, the need-to-know information from thousands of nonfiction books, and condenses them down into just 15 minutes so you can read or listen to them. Blinkist is made for busy people like you who want to get the main points of the books quickly without reading the entire book. And with an audio feature, Blinkist makes it so easy to finish 4 books a day while you're on the go. 8 million people are using Blinkist right now. It has a massive and growing library from self-help to business, health, to history books, and a lot more. This week, since we recorded last week, I have read the Blinkist. On Blinkist, I've read Start With Why by Simon Sinek. I've read What the Most Successful People Do Before Breakfast by Laura Vanderkam. Shocking. You would be shocked, Jesse. Yeah. I've
number one.
A lot of showers.
And I read Hallelujah Anyway by Anne Lamott. They have a Christian section.
Wait.
Yeah. I promise. I Bob Goff's Everybody Always is on there too.
How do you enjoy an Anne Lamott book when it is not Anne Lamott's poetry and cadence and when it's summarized?
I'm not saying that it's not go read what the author intended. And if you have time to go read Anne Lamott, go read Anne Lamott. But if you don't have time and I want to know what I read it in 15 minutes and I got the chunk. I'm going to come back. I will come back. But I actually appreciated and enjoyed the 15-minute version that I
can totally see there are for sure books that I would love to read like that.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I just love Anne Lamott so much.
I'm actually into it. I feel like there's a lot of books that are like, I don't need to spend let's get the highlights of this.
That's exactly what Blinkist is. I really love it.
I love it.
Well, right now for a limited time, Blinkist has a special offer just for relevant podcast listeners. Go to Blinkist.com/relevant to start your free 7-day trial. That's Blinkist.com/relevant to start your free 7-day trial. Blinkist.com/relevant. Well, Young the Giant recently kicked off the second part of their world tour with a performance on Late Night with Seth Meyers. The band's latest album, Mirror Master, has garnered critical acclaim, not only for its progressive indie rock sound, but also the lyrical themes about the search for truth, the immigrant experience, and being true to yourself. We recently spoke to frontman Samir Gadia about the breakout album and the new issue of Relevant. Here's a part of that conversation.
Talk to me a little bit about Mirror Master. When you try to make another album, like what are kind of the initial conversations about like what we're going to do different this time, how we're going to make things fresh and interesting for us?
Yeah, I mean, I think more than anything, what we really enjoyed from Home of the Strange, and not to say that we haven't done this in the past, is that Home of the Strange felt like the most unique to our experience as humans in America, in the world. And having that honesty became that driving factor for this record. And more than anything, you know, we just wanted to share ourselves through the music. And also try and get other people to share with each other about who they are, what they are, and have control of that image that they put out into the world. But that honesty and trying to just write good songs was you know, our absolute quest. And I think, you know, the tonal stuff was kind of a question for later. Whereas, you know, I feel like with a lot of rock bands and, you know, us in the past even, you know, there was this kind of concept of, when we were talking about the record, how were we going to make it fresh? It was more like a sonic thing that we were talking about. Like, we're going to incorporate these instruments because this is what we're listening to. And it did feel natural. But this time, more than anything, I think it was just that, just like trying to be honest.
Being honest is kind of it's growing increasingly tricky. And you talk about this a little bit in the bio, and I really resonated with the idea that with the digital sphere and with the current political moment that we're in, it just feels like there's so many, it's so complicated to just say what's actually on your mind and what you're really feeling, because it gets misconstrued, it gets taken the wrong way, and you feel like you get sort of fractured into a bunch of little pieces and split across a bunch of different environments. So then you have this opportunity to come in and release kind of a very cohesive statement and put it out into the world. Does that feel more challenging now, given the like very divisive political, cultural moment that we're in, than it has with some of your past albums?
Yes and no. I think, you know, even with Home of the Strange, that was a record that we did before Trump was even in office, and before, you know, we really kind of started really seeing the follies of what was going on in America. And yeah, this, you know, in the wake of all of that, you know, there's this obvious notion of trying to describe the experience, and that can be difficult to do and put it in a unique way. But I think more than anything, you know, once again, like, it was kind of that honesty that led us home, and the faith that if we were going to say something, and it came from what we were really feeling, then it would be a unique message and would be a holistic message that could be applied to the self, that could be taken to, you know, construed with a larger audience as well. Yeah. You know, when you're considering America as a whole, and the reflection that you know, it casts on its own self.
Staring in your eyes, everything simplifies. Leave it all behind, everything simplifies.
It sounds like you guys really have something that a lot of bands, a lot of people, really, a lot of artists say they really want, but I feel like it's actually really hard to hold on to, which is just that you maintain a really organic process. It's very, people talk about authenticity all the time in music. We want to be authentic. We want to be who we really are. But it's so easy in this industry to lose that or to get caught up in what do we need to be right now, and to, I don't need to tell you any of this. Mm-hmm. Has that been difficult for you guys to maintain that dedication to staying really organic and honest in your process? Have you had to fight for it, or has it been pretty natural?
I think for us, and because we're five guys, because we live so close to each other, and because we still have this chip on our shoulder of wanting to write just better and better music, I think inherently it's been an easier path for us, and we usually cloister ourselves and we kind of stick to our own ways, and we don't play the game that much, and for better or for worse. And I think that's been a great thing for us. But this record is about that idea of this image, this feeling that you have to be something that you're not, or be perceived in a way that is not authentically you. But that's, at the end of the day, that is every person's responsibility, and that's every person's right. It can be easy to get caught up in what's popular, what's being played on the radio. And it's just amazing to see a song like Superposition that was not written with the idea or the notion of being a radio song, mm-hmm. and yet it has been something that people have initially gravitated towards. And it's just very exciting because it affirms our beliefs and a philosophy that people are in search of something honest and true, and not necessarily what was listened to, but what they want to listen to in the future.
That was Young the Giant. Check out their feature in the current issue of Relevant. It's out now. You can check it out at our website. Also, make sure to check out their new album, Mirror Master. It's out now.
Are they getting pretty? They're pretty popular, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. They're getting covered in national magazines and things Relevant.
Yeah, but I feel like I haven't heard them. I didn't hear them a year ago, and now I hear of them everywhere.
Yeah,
Young the Giant?
But you guys are the people that help me understand things. So they're a thing now.
And not only that, as you could hear, they're each member of the band is their parents are immigrants. They have this really unique perspective and approach to how they write songs and how they approach truth, and they put on a killer live show, too. I've seen them in the past. It is definitely worth your time because the second leg of the tour literally just kicked off.
Yep.
Would you say they might be giants?
I liked it. 10
hard pass.
The whole time was just for
hard pass on that, Eddie.
Nope, I'm here for it. I
don't care.
Hey,
I don't care what you say or what the Facebook people say.
Stay tuned. Up next, it's the debut of our birthday boy segment, Ask Eddie. Ask Eddie. Interactions.
Yes.
This episode of the Relevant Podcast is brought to you by Lipscomb University. At Lipscomb University, their online programs are shaped by a commitment to creating a better future. And with multiple undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs to choose from, you can define what that future looks like. Plus, you earn the same academically rigorous degree you'd get on their campus, with the flexibility to fit your life. Listen, at Relevant, we believe in you, the listener. We know you're ready to lead. So you can pursue your goals and a better world at Lipscomb Online. Visit lipscomb.edu/online to learn more. That's lipscomb.edu/online.
All right, Chandler, I'm asking, do you have a jingle for this?
That guy seemed like a nice man. The man that just did the ad read.
No jingle. Yes. All right.
I can do a live.
Chandler's going to do a live jingle. Here we go. Okay, It is time for our debut segment. It's normally Ask Jesse, but since it's Eddie's birthday, we're doing Ask Eddie.
Ask Eddie.
I guess I get what I deserve.
Chandler,
that was
Chandler,
years
you could have
worth.
said, "Yeah, we got a jingle," and then you could have looked down real quick while you're going. It took me all night. I was up to the wee hours. I was hoping you were going to play the Ask Jesse jingle, and right when it said Jesse, I was going to go Eddie, just like we put no thought into this.
No, I think he did it just right.
Do you remember, Cameron, maybe, I don't know, 5 years ago, when Chad Michael Snavely and I thought it would be a fun thing to play the jingle live, and we brought in like a guitar? It was the most horrific. I mean, it was the worst. I can't believe I ever made it back. It was awful.
Yeah, it really was.
Anyhow, memory lane, time to go. Keep
It
going.
was soon thereafter Chad moved to Nashville, Tennessee. Hey, so what we did is we went on Twitter yesterday. You guys follow us at Relevant Podcast, and we asked you for your big, the big conundrums and challenges that you're facing in your life, the things that you need some outside perspective on. We wanted to know those things and have Eddie answer them for you here live on the spot. He's had no prep. He hasn't seen any of these. Jesse and I are going to bring them to him now. It is Jesse, take it away.
Yeah,
Annie, be merciful to Annie. Like, when you see me begin to sweat, just hop in and do it.
And I will say this, Cameron, we got a tremendous amount, and I try to whittle them down to like a good mix of questions. I don't know how many we'll be able to get to, but Eddie did text me privately before this started and said, I would appreciate if there were no musical theater questions involved. And Cameron, I chopped them in half, and we still have a ton. Okay, so Eddie, this one is this is from Daryl, and Daryl has some professional advice because he has a very unique job. He oversees the guest services team at a Target store. And he wants to know, without asking who hurt you, what is your best advice for making a connection and de-escalating a disgruntled guest? Ooh, the case.
That's
of
funny.
this-
Somebody's up there just like irate, complaining. I would say, "Who hurt you?" That's actually true.
Yeah.
That's,
And the other thing too is like, how little training does Target do if he doesn't know the answer to this question, and that's his entire job?
hey,
Have you guys ever heard the song Edelweiss from that movie? What Sound of Music?
Sound of Music. Yeah, it's a great.
I think that the number one de-escalating technique that Target actually trains people to do is you go up lips to the person's ear that's upset, and then you just start singing Edelweiss really softly in their ear. Do you know this song?
No.
I absolutely know it, and that is
hold on,
such a beautiful suggestion. That is really
it's
sweet.
so weird.
All right, let me
It's
be
about
the
flour.
All right, hold on. I'm going to be the disgruntled Target customer, okay? And
Oh,
Eddie,
here we go.
you
Here we go,
be
Eddie.
Daryl, okay? And we'll put
Okay,
the advice
okay.
to action.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I bought these $162 pants from the Brooke Shields collection, and they don't fit my girlfriend. I am disgruntled and in need of de-escalation.
It's all gonna be okay. Shh. And I think just like awkward
I'm
ASMR
taking
whispering
my
in the ear.
business to Coles. Okay, that was a terrible answer.
Okay, to the dozens and dozens and dozens of people calling for a Chandler cam.
Yeah.
We're
Yes, I've said
working
that
on
for
that.
a year.
So stop. We're working on it.
But also stop. It's not going to happen. Like, who cares? It's fine.
No, we're trying to make it happen. Clark
You really
is
want
stressed
a guy
enough.
with you want a picture, you want a constant feed of a guy with a hat who's sitting there laughing every 10 seconds?
Yeah, it's Jesse.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
You already got
Actually,
it. You got it.
some people
Jesse,
have made a fine career
all right,
about it.
Jesse, by the way, people have commented they really like your Walgreens hat, Jesse.
Oh wow!
That's totally hilarious. People don't know what Major League Baseball is.
I will say this about Jesse's new era of hats. On Friday, he wore a hat that had a simple block A on it. Just
Yes.
an A, right? Not like the Oakland A's fancy A. It's just an A, like a Helvetica A.
Yeah.
Yesterday, he wore a hat that had a simple BB on it. Today, he's wearing a hat that has a W on it. I think I see a pattern, Jesse.
They're all baseball hats.
Letters?
Some of them are old school and very cool. Hey, by the way, everyone making fun of the A hat there at the office stands for Army, as the United States Army. You don't mess with that. You say, hey, that's a cool hat, man. You know, Cameron's throwing shade on the hat. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't
I
bother
want
me.
you
I
to
get
go
back.
all the way through
Hey,
the alphabet. I think you start at
I know.
A and go all the way to Z. I think you need 52 hats.
In a meeting-
52? 26 hats.
In a meeting
104
yesterday, I
hats.
predicted that today's hat would have CCC on it because A,
Yeah.
B, B, CCC. I see a pattern. I was like taking the SATs, but He didn't. He wore a W.
Yeah,
threw a wrench in the pattern.
Mix it
Hey,
up.
true answer for our target friend, because I think you may have actually been asking, when people are actually escalated, they really are just saying, hear me. So probably you just don't say anything and let them talk, right? And then you just say, I hear you, because they're really not looking for answers. If they're that upset, like when you're that upset, you're not actually looking for somebody to help
It's
you.
not,
so.
and it's most likely not about the
good
thing
advice.
that's right in front of you.
No. Their whole life is in shambles. If you are freaking out at a Target, then you've got a lot of other stuff happening.
That's right.
And that is not on you.
100%.
All you can do is be there and say, I'm here. I'm not leaving. So that's the actual answer.
And then
Okay,
embrace
But
it.
also singing in the ear.
Okay, ask Eddie. Zachary says, I have such a boring life. How can I spice it up?
Oh, Zachary. I have a friend who has a website, and he runs a rifle range or something in San Antonio. He is a podcaster, and he is Catholic. As soon as you can get to his area of the world, I think that things are going to like spice up for you a lot. That would be my suggestion. His name's Ray, and he's a heck of a fella.
Yeah.
And apparently he's single.
Yeah.
Annie, do you have anything better than that? I mean, I
Nope.
can't imagine
I'm gonna
anything
let that,
being
I'm gonna
more
let
fun.
that answer the question.
I will say this. Whenever I need to spice up my life, I go and have a freak out at a Target store, and I just let off some steam. I get escorted out. It's a whole scene, and it's add a little spice. Here's one, Eddie. I'm curious about Eddie's answer on this one from Crystal Leanne. I don't know if you saw this. Due to the rains in Southern California, ants have invaded our house. Help!
Oh my gosh.
What should we do, Eddie? An ant infestation has struck.
I mean, you got to sell the house, right? I mean, that's the
You
only
gotta
option.
move.
There's
You gotta
no.
move.
I would also suggest maybe that instead of, I mean, you're never going to beat the ants, but maybe you can try to control them. So maybe you set up little areas of like just pouring maple syrup and sugar in an area of the house that you're essentially just going to be done with. Like, all right, they can have the guest bedroom and maple sugar, and then they all just go and live in there. I think that that's probably the best advice I could give.
Yeah.
Compromise with their hive mind.
Yeah.
Cameron, do you see what Natalie said? This is another one. I feel like a lot of people found themselves in this situation in modern times where business casual is a new thing.
I mean, if I'm going to ask Eddie anything, it's going to be about fashion. So I agree, Natalie, you have come to the right person.
He did wear on his birthday.
Yeah.
He wore one of the 10 exact
Eddie
same
has a
identical shirts he
uniform,
owns.
Cameron. He
Yeah.
has a uniform he wears. He's so good at fashion
do.
that he's narrowed it down to one outfit.
Right? And how many of those do you really own? That shirt you have on
And-
right now.
And 10 of them. Yeah, 10
I
of
thought
them.
it was
And then
10.
I have 3 pairs of pants that I rotate through. And I will say, not only am I really great at men's fashion, but women's fashion. So, Natalie, you've really come to the right person. How can I serve you?
Natalie says, I finally work in an environment that doesn't require business professional dress code. I'm enjoying wearing jeans and hoodies, but any advice on hair or clothing to set myself apart? Eddie, what do you have for Natalie?
Boy, Eddie.
I first of all, I'm going to push back hard on hoodies. I like them, but they're pretty frump.
Stop with the hoodies. Yeah, 100% stop with the hoodies.
You can be comfortable and you can be happy, but I'm just saying, like, hoodies are. But I think that
Hoodies
maybe,
are great brunch attire if you also have on, if you look like you're going to go to the gym later, whether you do or not.
I think it might be fun to switch to like a shop onesie every single day, the same one, but then do like crazy socks. So people are like, oh, there she is, Natalie. What is she wearing today? The socks. And then like you start to get a lot of friends through the socks. Is that a really good idea, Annie? I think it is. You don't even have to answer.
Yeah,
It's really
I don't
incredible.
know. Okay.
You can order face socks, Natalie, just like I ordered for the guys for Christmas.
all right.
Jesse, how much do you wear your face socks I got you for Christmas?
I wear them every single day, and I think about this podcast, and I just laugh
Good.
and laugh
Cam,
and
you
laugh.
too? Yeah.
Hey, this is funny. There's a million questions, and we only have a couple more minutes, so we need to move forward. But this is funny. Ray, our good friend Ray,
Yeah.
submitted a question this week. Eddie, he says, I need more money. I'm building a web design side hustle in an audio production company. How do I attract new clients fast, and how do I grow the business?
I mean, I would say posting odd things on a podcast Facebook live stream would have been a good
During
start.
the
I feel
workday.
like
Yeah.
I would check
Organic
your
marketing.
Squarespace analytics. I feel like it
Yeah.
probably blew up a
I
little
bet
bit
it did
today.
a little bit this morning.
I'd say more pictures of you camping oddly in open fields in the middle of the day. I don't know. I would be, I think you got a good thing going. I would maybe look at promoting just the singles portion of your website. I would invest. I don't know how much promotion is, $1,000, $2,000. Annie, you okay? Do you need to go sip of water or something like that before we continue? So I would invest some money in promoting the singles portion of your website and then just let it happen.
There you go. Along those same lines, Scott Elliott asked you, Eddie, I'm a single pastor, not to be confused with a singles pastor, working in a megachurch with no singles ministry. How do I meet someone?
Now, that's a real question. I'm actually going to really answer that because
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because that's a hard one.
Single
because being a pastor,
yeah.
Well, and you're in a position of like authority and leadership. And so it's not, you do live under a certain, like a different set of rules. How would you do that? I mean, I feel like the best thing is to keep developing the friend group of people that are your people that are like you're off with. Not meaning like you're not a pastor, but just the people that are like in your inner circle of folks that you can actually like let down your hair metaphorically a little bit with, and that you're not in a position of leadership with them. They are your peers and people you love. And I would work really hard to cultivate that group broader and broader, because you can't just like, I mean, I think, and people may disagree with me, and I feel like I've already walked into it with my, many sides of the elephant comment earlier, but like I feel like it's important for a pastor to understand the position that they're in. And so you can't just join a small group. And even though there may be somebody who is like lovely and single, and you could like, you kind of have you got to be really careful before you just ask them out to go get, I don't know what people do, pizza or something.
Yeah. And it makes online dating hard too, because you can't just run across people from your church. But it doesn't mean I don't think you can't date people from your church, but I think you just have like an extra couple of layers of like, what do you think, Jesse?
Well,
go ahead.
I know this is Ask Eddie. I know it's Ask Eddie. I know it's your birthday. And I know I've been criticized in the past because a lot of my answers involve wearing disguises. I understand those two facts.
The majority of your answers.
Here's what I'm going to say. Invest in a very convincing disguise and start attending the church as a congregant. And that way people don't look at you as like the pastor who they're too intimidated to hang out with and go on a date with. Yeah. Start showing up. And after you develop a love connection, you rip off Mission Impossible style and say, "It is I, the pastor." And and they're like, "What? I was falling in love with you the whole time." It's gonna be kind of a Mrs. Doubtfire situation. There's gonna be a lot of wardrobe. There's gonna be a lot of wardrobe changes on Sunday morning.
It's so weird. All right, hey,
I think that's perfectly normal answer.
There's a lot of questions. We might have to come back to this next week.
I think we need part 2. Yeah,
I think we might have to do part 2, Electric Boogaloo of Ask Eddie. Hey, on that note, we have to wrap things up. We are out of time. Many thanks to Young the Giant for joining us. Their album Mirror Master is out now, and it's phenomenal. You should go check it out. You can follow them on Twitter at Young the Giant, and go read the feature in the new issue of Relevant. You can find it. You can view it at relevantmagazine.com. You can also find it on newsstands nationwide. Hey, thanks to Blinkist for making the episode possible. You can go to Blinkist.com/relevant to start your free 7-day trial. That's BLINKIST.com/relevant to start your free 7-day trial. Hey, thanks to everybody who's been chatting along live with us on the Facebook live stream. Y'all are a bunch of weirdos. It's been a lot of fun.
Super weird.
Hey, this week,
real weird.
It's Tuesday. This week, be watching the Relevant social channels at Relevant or on Facebook and whatnot, because we are going to be debuting a new daily broadcast in the afternoon. It's called Relevant Daily. It'll be a new audio podcast and a new daily video podcast as well. It'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern every day. I think we're shooting for tomorrow or the next day that it's going to debut. Just watch us on social media.
Did you get that? It's going to happen tomorrow.
Well, it's supposed to happen Monday, but we decided to bump it.
He does a great job, Clark.
Hey, Clark does a phenomenal job.
He's incredible.
Also, if you want podcast swag and stuff, there's some new stuff over at the Relevant store. You can find it at store.relevantmagazine.com. There's a lot of podcast stuff there. Go check it out. On that note, we'll wrap things up. I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Chandler Strang.
I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Eddie Kaufholz.
I'm Annie F. Downs. Happy birthday, Eddie.
You are.
Happy birthday, buddy. Eddie. We will see you guys on Friday.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care. Go to Dutch.com to get vet care that is always there for just $92 a year.